Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on High Tide. I've talked about them a couple times here on the channel. Ticker HITI. As you can see, they're down over 78% in the past year, down over 31% in the past 3 months, and the past month down over 5%. Here in the last week, down 3.7%. And here's a look at today, down 2.3%. If you don't know much about this one, it's retail of MJ smoking accessories and lifestyle products. Founded in 2009, market cap of $97.56 million. High today of $1.42 and low of $1.32. 52-week high of $7.98 and a low of $1.32. Average volume of 312.70 thousand and volume today of 275,000. So here's a look at their next earnings. So you can see haven't been doing too great on the earnings. Looks like they hit that one. Here's where I tried buying some. Looks like back in March it was $4.31, or right around there, $3.86, $3.80. And you can see all the rest of MJ is in the red today. So I've talked about all these at one point in time, probably Hexo, Sundial, and Tilray the most, so probably due for an update on those. So High Tide to acquire 2 MJ dispensaries in British Columbia. This is just out today. So they entered into a definitive agreement pursuant to which High Tide will acquire 100% of the equity interest operating as Jimmy's MJ Shop BC, as well as assignments of the vendor's shareholder loan, resulting in High Tide's acquisition of 2 of the 5 retail MJ stores currently operated by Jimmy's in British Columbia for $5.3 million. Stores are located at 1225 Cranbrook Street North in Cranbrook and 1543 Victoria Street in Prince George. So if you've been to either one of those, you can list that in the comments, or to a High Tide store, any of them. You can list that, and the address would be cool. For the trailing 4 months ended on May 31st, stores generated an annual revenue of $5.4 million, annualized adjusted EBITDA of $1 million. The purchase price represents a 5.25 times annualized adjusted EBITDA for the trailing 4 months ended on May 31st of 2022. I am pleased that since opening our first BC Canacabana location in Fort John this past June, we continue to grow in Canada's third largest province, both organically and through accretive acquisition opportunities. So I've covered this one quite a few times. Every time I talk about them, they're opening up new stores. I think at the end of last year, right around this time, they were trying to get to 100, just about got it, and they always have a new goal. I think they were trying to get to 150 by the end of this year, but here you can see their store suggests retail market saturation. So like I said, if you've been to one, go ahead and list that in the comments and the address. And if you hold the stock, you can list that in the comments as well, with your cost basis and your thoughts on it, how many shares. Here's some more information about Jimmy's MJ Shop, adding 2 established retail, and this also came out here today. So but High Tide, a leading retail-focused MJ company with brick-and-mortar as well as global e-commerce assets. That's what I like it. So it's kind of like Walmart and Amazon all in one. So it is pleased to announce that it is taking yet another step to expand its brick-and-mortar retail MJ operations by entering into a definitive agreement, pursuant to which High Tide will acquire 100% of the equity interest and operating as Jimmy's MJ Shop as well as assignments of limited operating Jimmy's MJ Shop, as well as assignments of the vendors' shareholder loans, resulting in High Tide's acquisition of the 5 retail MJ stores currently operated Jimmy's in British Columbia for $5.3 million. The store located at 1225 Cranbrook Street, and already went over that information. So Cranbrook store is located near base camp in the Rockies and is within a short drive of award-winning golf courses and nature trails. So very interesting. It is also situated within a commercial complex that includes a prominent local grocery store as well as a multinational hotel chain. Prince George store is situated within the largest city in northern British Columbia. Close of the crossroads highways 16 and 97. The store itself is located within a commercial plaza, including a national pharmacy chain and major discount clothing retailer. So maybe that'll help with some traffic as well. So here's some transaction details. Just kind of skim through that. More about Jimmy's. They strive to balance between being a boutique and a neighborhood store using a heritage theme that is both reflective and individual communities in which it does business, and chronicling Jimmy's cultural relationship with MJ over the past 100 years. So here's a little bit more about High Tide. So company is the largest non-franchise MJ retail store in Canada with 140 current locations spanning British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Ontario. The company is also North America's first MJ discount club retailer under Canna Cabana banner. And here's some of their websites: e-commerce, Grass City, Smoke Cartel, Daily High Club. I love some of these names. Dank Stop, and more recently hemp-derived CBD Space and New Leaf Naturals, Fab CBD, Blessed CBD, and Amazon United Kingdom. So maybe we'll see their products on Amazon someday, or some of these similar products. So still buying High Tide. 2 months ago, I've been buying it little by little. It seems like I buy some and then it goes down. So, but currently at $1.38, low of $1.36, high of $7.98. Barcoding basically since July. Not caring how these new stores were bought. 100% share dilution. Still way too many paid pumpers from Indian call centers on here. Picked 100 more cheapies. These prices are such a blessing, still adding. So a lot of people that I've heard of with this one. But that's all that I have on High Tide. If you have High Tide, go ahead and list that in the comments, along with your cost basis, any other information you'd like to share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing, and hit the bell so you're notified when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.